Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. These are your angel messages and mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. These are collective general readings, so as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it is meant for someone else. And of course, check out your other placements. If you don't know what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope that you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Your angel number is 777. Your purpose flows from within you, and everything that is unfolding or being revealed to you is part of your purpose, a state of peace and calmness in your soul. This week, my dear, you are in the flow. Message from the universe. Live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and no one else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward because you've got this. Message from your spirit guides. Manifest. You're always manifesting, whether you are aware of it or not. Manifestation is based on your thoughts, and you're being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking. So you will attract into your life exactly what you're wanting. Message from Archangel Michael, card number 38. Yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. And your Moonology card here for the week, the energy is gaining momentum. Keep moving forward. Waxing moon. All right, let's see what this is all about here for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Okay, so Aries, I just want to say I just did that message for you from your future self. And it was something to the effect of feel the fear and do it anyway. And I think this is on par with that message for you. There's something here that you've been manifesting, but when it comes in, it may not be 100% easy for you to move towards. However, you were correct in wanting to manifest this. Now that it's coming through, keep moving forward, stay in the flow. Like don't resist it. Sometimes we manifest things and they come into our lives at a moment where we feel we aren't ready. You have to understand that they wouldn't be coming into your life if the divine didn't think that you were ready. Remember, we're constantly also operating on divine timing as well. So tell me more about this for the Aries collective. And keep in mind, for those of you who are currently manifesting, what you want will come in. It may not come in when you want it to come in, but it will come in when the divine feels it is the right time for you. So I would say to just manifest what it is that you want and then be in the flow when it comes in. Be ready to pivot, to move towards it. Tell me more about this here for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Hierophant. You have the Queen of Cups. And you have the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, and Six of Swords. Tell me what that Hierophant is here for the Aries collective. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Hierophant is being clarified by the Hanged Man, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Cups clarified by Ace of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles is clarified by Nine of Cups, Page of Pentacles, and King of Wands. Bottom of the deck is Five of Cups. Okay, what you want is coming in. So there's something here about when you are manifesting to your higher power, whomever, whatever that is, however you define it, or whatever you call it, right? Jesus, God, Muhammad, completely up to you. No judgment here, but you need to be very clear. And I think that's why the Hangman is here. It's talking about pausing. And the reason why you need to pause before manifesting whatever or whomever it is here that you desire, or the type of life or job that you want, is because usually in that Hangman energy, it requires a sacrifice or a letting go. So if you're manifesting a new job, make sure that you are manifesting the exact type of job you want or the exact type of industry you want to be in, because once it comes in, it will require you to let go of your current job. So just keep that in mind. And I think this is why this is saying you're always manifesting. So now is the time for you to start consciously manifesting what it is that you want, because it is coming in, I think, a little bit sooner than you expected. And there'll be a need here for you then to take action if you want to move forward with it. Although it might be coming in what you may consider inconvenient time. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that. So this is talking about you manifesting, being very clear about that Ace of Pentacles. What is that new beginning for you? And then speaking it to the divine. But then you actually have to take action, right? You have to show the divine that you're willing to put in the effort, that you believe and that you hope this manifestation is coming in, even if it's not happening today. So this is being open. This is being receptive, almost being like a conduit for this manifestation with that Queen of Cups. You then have the Ace of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. And this is what I'm talking about. When you move towards that ninth cup, whatever it is here that you are manifesting, you will need to leave behind something else. So be very clear with your intentions. And then I feel in that Queen of Cups energy, just be in the flow and wait for it to come in. Now, for some of you, it's going to come in a lot sooner than what you thought. Seven of Pentacles. The feeling I get here from you is like, oh boy, it's here today. Oh, I thought I had a couple more weeks. I thought I had a couple more months. I thought I had a couple more years to get ready. And divine is like, nope, here it is. That ninth cup that you wanted, that you've been manifesting, it's here for the taking. There is the offer for you. And if you want to run with it, this is your opportunity now in the King of Wands. Because for me, queens exist in the present because they're processing the past, but kings take action towards the future. So be very mindful, whatever it is here or whomever it is that you are asking for, it will require you to leave something or someone behind, but it comes in a lot quicker than you thought it would, and you'll need to be ready to take action. The energy is definitely gaining momentum. That is what I have for you, Aries. Looks like something or someone that you want is coming in quite quickly. All you need to be now is in the flow and receive it and accept it. Even if it's not the appropriate timing for you, it is all happening in divine timing. That's what I have for you, my dear, for the week of March 15th, 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, good luck with your manifestation. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, my beautiful bull gang. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and mini tarot reading, if I can get the words out of my mouth, for the week of March 15th, 2026. Hey, at least you know there's no AI here. This is real human content. Your angel number for the week, Taurus, 77. It is time to move on from the old patterns, habits, and fears. Now is the time to walk in the direction of your biggest desires and your biggest ambitions. Now is the time for you, bull gang, to be bold and brave. And this week, guess what? You are brave. Message from the universe. This stressful situation is almost coming to an end. We are sending positive energy, financial help, miracles, and life-changing blessings your way. Very powerful message here for the Taurian collective. Message from your spirit guides. Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs that you are being given, both the subtle and the not so subtle ones. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. Message from Archangel Michael. Card number 7. Change is coming. I am here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Don't be afraid of the change. Don't fight the change, Taurus. Okay, your Moonology card here is communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Let's see where we're going with this message. Be brave. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, the stressful situation, it's about to come to an end. I would pay attention for messages that you're receiving in your dreams, downloads in terms of thoughts, something you're seeing on TV, a song that plays on the radio that you haven't heard in a number of years, or something new that catches your attention. I feel like Source is trying to give you signs that something is coming in, and it will change your life for the better. Yeah, pay attention. I feel like Source is trying to communicate with you this week. Taurus, trying to prepare you for the change. Tell me more about the change here for the Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have for you this week, Taurus? We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. There is that information. Communication is key. And then you have the High Priestess. So I would pay attention to your intuition this week. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles, and the Death card. There is the transformation. Death in tarot does not mean actual death. It means something stressful is ending. And I get the feeling here you've been undecided. So there's something here you've been dealing with, situation, environment, or connection. You've been wanting to move forward. Move on, move forward, push it through, bulldoze your way through. I think you're looking for success. I think success is coming. I would pay attention here to the signs, synchronicities, symbols, messages that you're getting. Yeah, there's a shakeup here happening in the Taurian collective, and it's good, although you don't particularly like change. So to you in that moment, you might feel like, I do not want this right now, but it is for your betterment. Tell me about the Page of Swords. What is the news, information, opportunity, offer coming in for the Taurus collective? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And I think it's coming from inside the house. Yes, I think it's coming external, but you're going to feel an intuitive nudge before the phone rings or before the offer comes in. So I would pay attention to your intuition this week. If you've been feeling like something's about to happen, something's coming, you're right. Don't ignore that feeling. You have the Queen of Swords. There's communication. Four of Wands. and the Six of Swords, bottom of the deck, Hierophant. That's you, baby. Listen, Taurus, if you have anything here to do in regards to real estate, you're looking to buy a home, you're looking to relocate, maybe you're waiting for a landlord to get back so you can gain access to an apartment, or, you know, to see if your, I don't know, mortgage approval, you know, mortgage application is approved. I feel like good news is coming. So if it has to do with house or home, and this message is resonating for you, and that house and home could be your primary residence, could be a secondary residence, or maybe for those of you where you are looking for a secondary property, like for investment purposes, I think you're receiving information, news, communication where you have felt blocked and you couldn't move forward. Now you'll be able to move forward. The Death card is a card of movement. We're moving forward towards the next chapter. The Six of Swords is moving out of a place where maybe it has been stressful or chaotic, or there's been tension or stress or grief, and now you get to move into calmer waters. Anything else Taurus needs to know about the next cycle? So I would even say, if you're expecting a phone call, you know, some people don't like answering the phone, and I'm guilty of this too. If a number comes up that I'm not familiar with, I'm like, okay, just going to send it to voicemail. I wouldn't do that this week. Obviously, you want to use your intuition, right? And you don't want to give out key personal information to any stranger calling you, because, you know, there's a lot of shady people out in the world. But I would answer almost every phone call you get this week, even if it's from a number you don't recognize. Like if it ends up being something shady, or your intuition is telling you this is off, you can just hang up the phone. But one of those calls will be something you have been waiting for. And I feel for a lot of you, it has to do with either travel plans you've made, relocation, something in regards to house and home. And it could even be with that Two of Pentacles in respect to lending or financial offers. Tell me about this new beginning here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Death card is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Six of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. I would definitely pay attention to your phone this week. Emails, communication will be key. You are receiving an opportunity or an offer here from someone. I get the feeling it could be a little bit of a lending institution for some of you. Yeah, this is like coming from a higher up. I think you thought that this was dead, done, and over with, that you wouldn't be able to move forward. You weren't getting the job. You weren't getting the loan. You know what I mean? The buyer wasn't accepting your offer. There's something like that here at play. I think the universe is about to surprise you. So be bold, be brave. Might be a little bit stressful until you receive the news, but hang in there because it's coming. You will need to make a judgment call if you want to accept the offer, the proposal, or the proposition. But if you do, and again, use discernment, it looks like you will have victory with this. So this ends up being a very good thing, even though right now it might seem like it's not, or it could be very stressful just waiting to hear the news. But I feel like news is incoming. So definitely pay attention to your phone and your email this week. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Okay, I'm back, Gemini. I'm so sorry for that. I have these plants. We potted them last autumn. We had said that we would plant them in the spring. I live in New Jersey. The weather hasn't been the greatest lately, so we're waiting for a couple of more weeks. So instead, I have them on these tables by the windows so they can at least get some sunlight. And this little booger over here thinks it's acceptable to start eating them. So anyway, let's start your reading, Gemini. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Let's take a look now at your angel messages as well as your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Get your shit together, Jen. All right, your angel number for the week, Gemini, is 18. You are both open-minded and open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Ensure that your goals are aligned with the collective need and with the highest good of all. This week, my darling, you are kind-hearted. Message from the universe. You will soon be surprised and grateful for how everything happened the way it did, for you are about to receive better and greater. It is all adding up in your favor. Trust the process and how things are currently unfolding for you. Message from your spirit guides. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to that outcome. Message from Archangel Michael. Your prayers are being answered. Card number 42. Your prayers are being received by the divine, and answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you did not expect. Your Moonology card here for the week. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Well, that is your cousin sign, our cousin sign of Virgo. We are both ruled by Mercury. I think you have communication here coming in, and I think you're going to be very surprised by it. So I would detach from the outcome at this time. You know, this has to happen by this date. I have to receive this communication by this date. The offer has to go through by this date. I would detach from the by this date, because it is coming in. There is communication coming in. Tell me more about this here for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Eight of Pentacles, something you've been working on. Seven of Pentacles, you've been waiting a long time for it. Boom, Queen of Pentacles. I think for most of you, this has to do with your money. Bottom of the deck, you have Eight of Wands. There's your communication. You have the Devil, and you have the Nine of Cups. Okay, some of you are going to be spoiled for choice, or you may be a little overindulgent when it comes to celebrating this news. So let's see what this is all about. Eight of Pentacles. You've been working on this now quite diligently. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles. So this would apply for those of you, maybe you've been going to school, you've been trying to get certified, you're learning something new. You could be building a business or trying to acquire information on how to build a business. I just see you being very studious in learning something, crafting something, possibly even perfecting something. And you've been doing it for a hot minute here. Eight of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm speaking to a group of you. You're no slouch here. You really have been tapping into your neighbor sign there of Taurus and really working on this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Five of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords. Okay, there's your communication. Something you've been working on, you've been waiting for, but you haven't been idly waiting for this to come in, this offer of opportunity, but you have been trying to crush the competition. I don't know what this is for you. Love and romance, career and finance. I'm guessing it's more financially related with all the pentacles, but I also can't ignore the Ace of Cups here that's on the table. So it's like, I have a group of you where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to sit around and wait for this. Instead, I'm going to create it. I'm going to crush the competition. I'm going to make this dream a reality. I'm not waiting around for anyone or anything. Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about that Seven of Pentacles. Tell me more about these Seven of Pentacles. Don't worry, we're getting to that Devil card. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles, clarified by Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the World card. You have a new chapter here coming. I would detach from the outcome or when it's supposed to happen. I think this is more about when it's supposed to happen. Tell me about that Queen of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. There's your communication. Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords. You thought it wasn't coming. Queen of Swords. Gemini, you're going to have to make a decision here. Knight of Cups, the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Sun to the Magician. Something, someone you've been manifesting is coming in. Now, I'm going to lean towards a financial read, but if you want to take this as love, you certainly can. The feeling I get here from you, I've been waiting. I'm done with the waiting. I need to start the doing. I need to start the creating. I need to start crafting this plan. I need to start putting things in motion. I can't wait around for someone to just come along and bring me financial opportunity. I need to create it for myself. This is a very heavily independent Gemini collective that I have here in front of me. So that Seven of Pentacles, it's like, as long as it takes, I don't care. I'm going to keep working on this. Now, I think for some of you, you've been waiting for a communication or word from someone. Could be a lender, could be a job, could be a mentor, could be an institution if you're waiting to get into, to school or to take a class or a course. So there has been the waiting. I'm waiting for someone else to do their part, or I'm waiting for someone else to offer me the job, but I'm not just sitting around and waiting at the same time. I'm also looking for other things. So let me clean up the message here for you. Let's say you're a Gemini, you're looking for a job. You didn't just put out one application or resume, and now, you know what I mean? You're sitting idle waiting for that one job to call you back with an interview or an offer of employment. You're like, okay, I've put out those applications and resumes. Yeah, I'm waiting for the offer to come in, but I'm also going to continue to put out more applications and more resumes. And eventually one of them will come in. Same thing if this is love related. I mean, I could be speaking to a single Gemini. You're like, you know what? I don't want to just sit around and wait for love to enter my life. I want to get out there. I want to meet a lot of people. I want to connect with a lot of people. Yep, I might have to kiss a lot of frogs, but I'm not going to settle. Eventually, the one I will come into contact with. I will come into union with. So again, take this how it resonates to you. Career and finance, love and romance. You've been no slouch. You put out a lot of feelers, a lot of information, application, creating a lot of connections. And you're like, eventually the right one will come in, the right lender, the right job, the right lover, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, boom, here it is. Cause for celebration. You have the Queen of Pentacles is clarified here by the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. There was almost like a part of you here that thought that it wasn't coming in, or that this might be too good to be true, but your prayers are being answered. I would expect information, communication, offer opportunity to come in within the next 8 days. Now, I want to caution you, the Devil to the Nine of Cups. This is a little bit too much celebrating that what it was, whatever it is here that you've been hoping or praying for or working towards finally comes in. There's a little bit of caution here about let's not overindulge here in the celebration. Tell me about that Devil to the Nine of Cups. Clarify the Devil card there, please. because this is like a jump for joy moment. Yes, I got the job. Yes, I asked them out on a date. They said yes. I don't know. There's something like that here happening, but I wouldn't get too overindulgent on it. Tell me about that Devil card. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Nine of Swords, you have the King of Pentacles, and you have the Moon. Bottom of the deck, you have Page of Wands. I wouldn't get too overindulgent on this. Is this something that you wanted? Yes. Has it taken a while to come in? Yes. Is this a cause for celebration? It is, but there's also something here about, there's also something here about not overspending. What is that? What is that message? Okay. So let's say I'm speaking to a Gemini and you've been waiting for a job. Okay. And suddenly you're putting out, I don't know, 10 applications or resumes a day. You're like, I'm not going to sit around and wait for that one person, right? You keep putting them out. Finally, now you get a job offer within the next 8 days. Don't go wasting money you don't have just because they tell you, I don't know, it's $100,000 a year, US dollar job. Don't start celebrating before you actually start the job, before you get the first check. You know what I mean? Maybe you've inquired on a loan, like an equity loan, and they tell you, yes, you got it. Before that money hits your bank account, don't start charging up the credit cards. That's the feeling that this is giving me. Like, don't start over celebrating or overspending the money before it's in your hand. If you're looking to like sell a property, sell a home, you get an offer, you say yes, don't start charging up the credit cards thinking that sale is going to go through. I'm not telling you it's not going to go through. I'm just telling you there's something here about you being very wise and frugal with your money or your time or something like this. Like, don't celebrate too soon. Why is that? Why is that? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Two of Pentacles, because it's going to take time. Nine of Wands and the Hangman, bottom of deck, Three of Pentacles, because it's going to take time. You might get the job offer, but not start for a month. The loan might come through, but it might take 60 days. Maybe you are selling a property or buying a property. It could take 30, 60, 90 days to close on that mortgage. Maybe you get approval for a credit card, but you can't actually start using it for, I don't know, another 4 weeks until you get it in the mail. Something you wanted is coming in. I think that's why you need to detach from the when. Because if you think, oh, the moment I get the notice, it's in my hand, it's in my pocket, it's not. There's a delay. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. There's a delay before you start working on the job or you acquire the money. So I wouldn't go over celebrating or spending a lot of money. This is giving me the feeling like drunken sailors, so I wouldn't go ahead and do that. I would continue to stay reserved, be excited that you got it, but then wait for that start date or wait for that paycheck or wait for that payment before you start celebrating too much or spending money that you don't actually have in the bank yet. That is what I have for you, Gemini, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, good luck with this. No over celebrating. We'll celebrate when it's all done and over with, I assure you. Yeah, as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. I hope that you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Your angel number, 10. You have great leadership skills. Your mind is sharp, and it allows you to dream up ingenious ideas and organize all of the details. And then you can direct others how to carry things out. This week, my dear, you are ingenious. I feel like you're figuring out a problem here this week. Message from the universe. You will be celebrating something very special soon. You will be so full of joy and happiness. It will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it, expect it, because it's happening. Message from your spirit guides. Receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Message from Archangel Michael. Trust the guidance that you are receiving. Card number 35. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I'm also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. And your Moonology card here for the week. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Tell me more about this here for the Cancer Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Tell me more about this here for the Cancer Collective for the week of March 15th, 2026. Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Star card. Bottom of the deck, you have Three of Cups. The Magician, oh my, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, something that you want is coming in. Don't let pride get in your way. Knight of Wands is Leo energy. And you have that full moon in Leo card there. Okay, tell me about the Four of Swords. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Four of Swords is clarified by Knight of Swords, the Strength card, and the Ten of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Swords. I think this kind of came up in one of your readings recently, like within the last week or so. Notice in the Four of Swords, this person is holding a bow and arrow. I feel like you took your shot. I don't mean that in a violent way. I feel like you took a shot. You asked someone out on a date. You applied for a job, or you applied for a loan. I don't know. I think you took a bold step forward. I know the Four of Swords doesn't actually talk about that, but look how he's sitting in the boat laid back. Like you took your shot, you took your chance. Now you're sort of waiting to see what is about to happen. Knight of Swords, that's that Ace of Swords there. So I think you took your shot. You were bold, you were brave. You got out of a comfort zone. You didn't let pride get in your way. Good on you. And now you're sort of waiting to see, okay, am I going to get the Ten of Pentacles, right? Is this jackpot? Four of Wands, I think you're about to receive. I think you're going to receive information, communication, some type of yes. There's a cause here for celebration. Okay, tell me about that Four of Wands. What is Cancer celebrating soon? So if that's your message and you were bold, you were brave, you took a little step there out of your comfort zone, congratulations. Whatever it is that you were moving towards, and now you're like, I'm just going to detach, step back. I did my part. Right now I'm going to wait to see what happens. Just allow whatever needs to come in right now to come in, right? You're being asked to be open to receiving because it's about to come in. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Four of Wands is being clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. If you didn't do that, get out of your comfort zone, you wouldn't have this opportunity. Look at the difference in this. The Four of Swords is someone who took their shot. Now they get to sit back and watch and wait and see what happens. The Seven of Swords in this deck did not take their shot. They're just waiting around, hoping it magically comes to them. So I feel if this is your message, if you just did that, you took your chance, you stepped out of your comfort zone, whatever it is here that you are aiming for is coming in. Okay, so congratulations. If you haven't done it yet, this is your week to do it, because I feel like if not, this reading just won't apply to you. The other Cancerians who took that bold, brave step are going to receive what it is that they were bold, brave, daring enough to go out there to try to achieve or conquer for themselves. If you sit back, there's nothing here to grow. There's no news coming in for you. So yeah, I feel like I have two groups of you. If you just did that or you do it this week, something new is coming into your life. You'll be able to create it, nurture it, grow it. And for others of you, if you didn't, you're just going to be sitting around going, I don't understand. I keep manifesting this. I keep asking for it and it's not coming in. It's not coming in because there's three key components to manifestation. There's the ask, the do, and the hope. And I have a group of you here where you asked for it and then you did something about it. You took a bold, brave step. Now you're hoping any day it'll come in. It's coming in. For those of you where you just asked and there's no do, it's not coming in. I have to be honest with you. So if you haven't done it yet, I would do it. If you're looking for a job, this is a week to get your resumes and applications out there. Just because you're praying for a job doesn't mean some random company will call you and offer you one if you're not putting yourself out there with, your applications and resumes. So that's all I'm saying here. There's a new chapter here opening for the Cancerian collective where they didn't allow pride to get in their way. They didn't allow their ego to get in their way. They stepped out of their comfort zone and they are about to receive their manifestation. There's a cause here for a celebration. I would get ready to do a victory lap if this is you. The Star, tell me about the Star. And if you haven't done it yet, it's okay. You still have time this week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Again, I have two distinct groups of you. If you were bold and brave and did it, this Ace of Cups could be an Ace of Pentacles. You take it how it resonates to you is coming in. And if you didn't, then I have a group of you where you're sitting around saying, why me? I don't understand. Nothing good ever happens to me. But I think I said in one of your readings, this will require you to step into that Leo energy, your neighboring sign. And to be a little bold and a little brave. And look, that can be scary. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Gemini. And for me to be emotionally balanced, for me to be emotionally expressive, I have to lean into you, right? You're ruled by the moon. That rules our emotions. If I want to work on my finances and I want to have a regimented schedule and aim for financial success, I lean into my neighboring sign of Taurus. There's nothing wrong with this. So I feel for you, Cancer, if you leaned into your Gemini, you leaned into your neighboring sign of Gemini. Hi, here I am. And you used communication to then lean into your Leo neighbor there. And you were bold and brave. You communicated something. You asked for something. You requested something. You submitted something. Yeah, I think you're going to get back what you wanted. If you want to stay pigeonholed and not utilize communication from one neighbor and not utilize courage from the other, and you just want to sit in a little Cancerian box, I don't think this is your reading. I have to be honest with you. So if there's something you've been wanting or desiring, this is the week to go and get it. And look what's at the bottom of that King of Swords. Say it. Literally say it. Ask the person, submit the paperwork, go for it. Five of Swords and the World card. It's your choice. If this reading pans out for you or not will be entirely up to you, whether or not you're going to communicate what it is that you want, or whether or not you're just going to keep it to yourself in that Five of Swords. That is what I have for you, Cancer, for the week ahead. You have something really nice coming in again for those of you that were bold and brave enough and took that step. So that is what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. I don't know if your ears were ringing, but I talked about you for a little bit there in that Cancer reading. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Your angel number 444. Whew, talk about being protected. Trust your journey. Trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be in this present moment. This week, my darling, what did I say? You are protected. Message from the universe. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and to grow. So it is necessary to experience the difficult times, if I can get my words out. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There's always light at the end of a dark tunnel. Message from your spirit guides. Protect. Again, protected. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do so effortlessly, but it's important that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place. Message from Archangel Michael. Be honest with yourself. Card number 5. All of your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth and then let Source take it from there. And your Moonology card here for the week. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous Moon. I think you are very close to achieving your goal. I think whatever it is here that you want, it is protected. But I think you need to be honest with yourself. You're not protecting your energy. I think you're allowing someone to siphon energy off of you. It could be clients. It could be customers. It could be a past person. It could just be the people you interact with. So let's see what this is all about here for the Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I feel like Source is doing their part to protect you, but there's something here that you're supposed to be doing. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, I don't think you can see it now, how your energy is being siphoned away from you. Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman, the Two of Wands, and the Death card. There's, I don't know, a person or people here that you're engaging with. I feel like they're siphoning your energy. I don't think they're doing it maliciously. I mean, they could be. I don't know your exact story here, but I don't think you're seeing this. Tell me more about this, that Two of Swords. Tell me more about this. I think you need to see this from another perspective. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Two of Swords is clarified by Page of Wands, a card of discovery. Six of Swords and the Seven of Wands. See this? There's something here, like it's coming towards you, but you need to energetically protect yourself from this person or these people. The Page of Wands is a card of inquiry. It's a card of discovery. I sometimes call it the Lewis and Clark card of tarot. So there's a person or people. They come to you. They come to you for information. They come to you for assistance. They come to you for guidance. They come to you for love. Whatever it is, they come towards you. The Page of Wands. Again, I don't feel like they're doing this maliciously. I think they just come towards you when they need help or, like I said, love or guidance or assistance. But look at that Seven of Wands. This is you. You need to be a little bit guarded. I'm not telling you need to tell these people to F off, but there is something here about protecting your energy. Like not be continually so generous with this person or these people. They're siphoning off of you energy or time or something like that. Tell me more about that Knight of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Cups is clarified by the Fool. You have the Four of Cups and you have the Page of Cups. Bottom of deck, Ten of Swords. If you're a Leo or a Leo placement, and every time you interact with a person or a group of people, you feel tired or you feel sluggish, or you feel like you need a cat nap, like, oh, I got to take a 20-minute nap now. You feel tired. I think that's your cue here. There's something that you are, or someone, I feel like it's a group of people. I don't know why I keep getting that. So it could be clients, customers, people you work with, could be your neighbors, family members. This could even be your pets. I just feel, and I'm not telling you that any of these individuals or your pets are maliciously trying to harm you or siphon energy off of you, but I think you're overgiving. I feel like I have a group of you. You overgive. You're very generous in that Knight of Cups, but it leaves you feeling then like depleted. So there's a new way that we can do this. I think we need to see it clearly. It could be affecting your health in the Ten of Swords. Again, feeling tired. Tell me more about that King of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you again. I'm not telling you not to give, but you either have to give with limits, or you have to do something at the end of the day that like calls your energy back to you. King of Swords. Yeah, look at that. Seven of Cups, the Star, and the Five of Swords. Bottom of deck, Six of Pentacles. You have an energy vampire or vampires. Again, I don't think it's being done maliciously. I think this is you. Seven of Cups. Here I am. I offer you love. I offer you guidance. I offer you assistance. Here I am. I offer you talent. I offer you creativity. Like, I think you just have these multiple cups and you're giving, giving, giving. But then, and I think you're helping people fulfill their wishes, or you're, I don't know. I feel like I'm speaking to a Leo here, where you're a guide, you're a mentor, you're a trusted friend. People turn to you for advice. You're the solid one in the group, but it ends up, look at that Five of Pentacles. I mean, maybe it is Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's leaving you depleted. But look at that Five of Swords there. It's almost like you don't realize how you're sabotaging your own energy by being so giving. Again, this isn't telling you not to do it, but I think you have to do it with limits, with boundaries. Again, Six of Pentacles. There's something here about not over giving. Anything else Leo needs to know about this in that Death card? I think there's just a new way to do this. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Chariot, bottom of that King of Cups. Okay, so there's something here. This is probably going to sound mean. I don't mean it in a mean way. I just don't know how else to express this. This is like having a friend that turns to you every time their life is in shambles or crisis. You know, the car breaks down, the cat pees on the floor, their, I don't know, kids' school wants another $55 for some fundraiser. You're the friend they always turn to. It's just an example I'm being given. It's siphoning your energy, believe it or not. You're spending so much time trying to nurture this person, offer them advice, offer them love, offer them compassion. There's something here about setting a limit. And I don't think you have to do it in a mean or aggressive way at all. With that Six of Cups, I mean, this would be a person that you care about. I just think there's a new way on how we can move the connection forward. And I'm going to say use a timer. That's so terrible. Whether it's a literal timer, I have one right there that I'm looking at. It's a literal timer, like, okay, Jane is calling me. No offense if the cross-watcher's name is Jane. Jane is calling me. I'm setting a limit. Either I'm keeping an eye on the clock, or I'm physically setting like a kitchen timer, and I'm going to give Jane 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Jane cannot keep me on the phone for 3 hours to talk about her children's field trip or her crazy day at work. Like, there needs to be a limit because it's siphoning energy off from you. If you are engaging with clients, maybe you are a content creator, maybe you have a YouTube channel and you're going live, that's great. You are engaging with people. They're looking to you for help, for guidance, for assistance. Set a time limit. I'm doing this for an hour and a half. I'm doing this for 2 hours. You sit there for 4 hours. It's siphoning your energy. So I think when it comes to these purpose, maybe this is your purpose. Maybe you feel like it is my calling to be there, to be guidance, to be support, to be loving. Yes, but you need to protect yourself. Source can only protect you so much. So I would say setting a timer would be a good thing. At the end of the day, I would also call back my energy from everyone that I've helped, good or bad. I would call my energy back in at the end of the night. You lay down in bed before you go to bed. And typically what I say is I call back my energy from anyone or anything who does not have good or pure intentions for me. But you may want to also add in, I just call back my energy from everyone, so I can be revitalized to start the day off tomorrow fresh. Because I just feel like you have a person or a group of people that are constantly leaning on you, but they're taking up too much of your time. And then you're too tired to take care of yourself or your other responsibilities. And same thing with your cat, you know, like if this is your pet. I love my Samuel. I made him a little fort on the lounge chair there, so he's relaxing by the window. But I spend 10 minutes in the morning playing with him with the laser light that he likes. And that's it. It's 10 minutes. I can't get caught up and spend 3 hours with him. I'm never going to get to housework, watering the plants, showering, you know what I mean? Taking care of myself and then getting up here to do work. So I set a limit. We do 10 minutes of laser light. It's plenty. He's 14 years old. He tires very quickly. So it's good for him and for me. But if I don't set that limit, I'm going to stuck to doing it for a lot longer. And it will then interfere with my other responsibilities. So hopefully the timer helps those of you who find yourselves in that predicament. That is what I have for you, Leo, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo, my mercurial cousins. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Your angel number, 16. You have an inquisitive mind that allows you to uncover important truths. You have a special ability to read into other people's feelings, a wisdom seeker, and your angels ask you to share your knowledge for the benefit of others. This week, my darling, you are perceptive. Message from the universe. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, do not fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let him move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the result of your actions. Message from your spirit guides: believe. You're being asked to fully believe in yourself and in your dreams. It's time for that idea that's lived inside your heart to be brought into the world so that others can benefit from it. Believe that you can bring it to life, and you will do exactly that. Message from Archangel Michael: be the real you. Card number 6. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. And your Moonology card here for the week: conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. Tell me more about this here for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Right off the bat, I want to tell you, if you are being the real you, and there are people who are judging you or they're gossiping you because of your haircut, the clothes you wear, what you do for a living, your lifestyle, your sexual preference, whatever it is here, just they can fuck off. Okay, I'm gonna be I know that you love my bluntness. I have to be blunt with you, Virgo. Just let them fuck off. Just believe in yourself. Again, as long as you're being true and genuine to who you are, you're not hurting anyone. You're not out there, you know what I mean? You're not trying to hurt anyone. You're just being authentically you. Be authentically you. If that's going to cause people to gossip about you or call you names or mislabel you, let them. That's my new favorite phrase. Just let them. You do not have to let that ruin your life, your time, your day, your mood, or anything like that. Tell me more about this here for Virgo. One more shuffle. Thank you. We're going to take it. Came out on the side. The Lovers, the Knight of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, you have 4 of Wands, you have 3 of Wands, and you have the Page of Swords. This is the feeling that I'm getting. It's your choice. You can respond to this person or these people or not. The choice will always be yours. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. I think your victory comes from turning your back. 3 of Wands. It's like you're turning your back. I never see this in the 4 of Wands, but do you notice how there's people back here? They're like in a circle. They're celebrating. I don't know if you can see that in the card. And then what do we have up here? We have these 3 lonely little curmudgeons, and they're all in a little group. And I don't know. I get the feeling looking at the card like they're gossiping or they're chatty about the people in the back that are happy. Screw that. Look at the 3 of Wands. Like, I would turn my back to that person or those people. I wouldn't pay attention to their immature communication. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. I'm going to put on the boxing gloves and defend my Virgos. I'm not liking this energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups, the 5 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. Look at these argumentative people. They're so petty. You're showing up here in a Queen of Cups energy. You could be King of Cups. I don't read body parts. This is you being mature. And look at them showing up in Page and Knight energy. They're combative. They're reactive. They don't know how to control their emotions. There's that Knight of Pentacles. They like to pretend they do. They put on a good facade. But at the end of the day, even like, look at all the children in the corner here. The 7 of Cups, the 5 of Wands. They look quite immature. Just, again, this is like gossip and rumor mongering and again, immature energy in that Page of Cups. I wouldn't let erratic, inconsistent people who gossip about you, that are only looking to antagonize you, fight with you, draw you into an argument. I wouldn't allow them to affect your peace. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Tell me about the Queen of Cups here for Virgo. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Strength card. Hold yourself back from communication and Temperance. Hold yourself back. You know the truth. And that's all you need. You have authenticity on your side. So this is a week for you to be perceptive when this person or these people are gossiping about you, or they're posting innuendos, they're posting things online that you're seeing. You know that it's about you, even if they're not saying your name. Don't let them make you like lower yourself. Don't do that. I believe that what you want to bring into life is coming. I don't think that happens if you lower your vibration. It says it right here. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. This is a reflection of their immaturity, their pain, their wounds. It doesn't have anything to do with you, believe it or not. So there is something here about keeping things to yourself. Notice in the Queen of Cups, she's got this book, that pen there. It's communication. So it's like, don't communicate your feelings, how they're hurting you, what your opinion is, why you're dressing this way, why you made that decision. Hold yourself back. Strength talks about taking a leap forward, but sometimes strength and courage means knowing when to bite our tongue. I would bite my tongue. I would not say anything. I would hold back on communication, Eight of Wands, and Temperance. I would remain grounded and balanced and not allow these people to throw you off or get you to stoop to their level. You know the truth. The Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and Death card. Why don't you focus on your happiness? Let them focus on the bickering. You focus on your happiness. Tell me more about that. Conclusions are within reach. Didn't I say to you that these people were going to get theirs in the, I'm pretty sure that was you. I said, this person or people, they're going to get theirs in the year of the fire horse. Here we are, year of the fire horse. Conclusions are within reach. We've just entered the year of the fire horse. Let them do what they want to do. Let them say what they're going to say. Tell me about this Page of Swords here. Be perceptive. Be sharp. Play this right. Direct your energy in another direction. Let them wonder and guess, why isn't Virgo responding all of a sudden? Oh, because Virgo is normally combative and, you know, you're ruled by Mercury. So if someone says something, you like to fire back a response. I get it. I'm your cousin sign of Gemini. But what happens if you do nothing at all? Let them wonder. Let them gossip. You focus on something else. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Three of Pentacles. Get to work on something else. Queen of Wands. Something that you're passionate about. Six of Swords. Leave that shit behind and move towards your happiness. Focus on something that will make you happy. Career advancement, learning a new skill, dabbling in a hobby, connecting with authentic people, reconnecting with family, you know, find the love of your life, focus on your romantic partnership if you're in one. Whatever it is here that feeds your soul, sets your soul on fire, that lends to the happiness, adds to the happiness in your life, does not detract from the happiness in your life. That is your best way. I would just keep moving towards happiness, building something, creating something. Let them wonder where you went, why you left the conversation. Let them wonder. Anything else Virgo needs to know about this person or these people? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Sun card, you have the Star, and you have the Seven of Swords. Whatever they're doing here in the moonlight, the deception towards you, the lying, the cheating, the betrayal, the manipulation, oh, it's all going to come to light. Oh, it's all going to come to light. And the year of the fire horse ends when? Aquarius season of next year. I'm telling you, between now and then, these people will be exposed. I hate to say they'll get theirs. I'm not that kind of tarot reader, but I'm just telling you, something is coming to light. Something is coming to the surface. What they're doing, what they've said, I would let the universe handle them. You focus on distancing yourself, focus on your money, focus on something that, like I said, sets your soul on fire in a good way, and let the universe take care of this person or these people. Trust and believe that what you want is on its way to you, and redirect your attention in that way. You continue being the real you. Don't let these jackasses get you down. That is what I have for you, Virgo. I'm always going to fiercely defend Virgo. I'm sorry if the cross-watcher doesn't like that. That is what I have for you, Virgo, for the week of March 15th, 2026. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Libra, hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of March 15th, 2026. Angel number 000. This is almost like triple fool card energy. You are one with the Creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. This week, my darling, you are the Creator. What are you doing? Message from the universe. Comparing yourself to others will keep you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame. It will continue to separate you from your blessings. It will keep you small. Understand that everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing. Your time will come. Someone's about to try pulling you back into an old cycle, a cycle of guilt and shame. This came out in your reading. Message from your spirit guides. Healing. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. You are going through many transformations all at once. And you're being asked to allow yourself to receive the healing you need with open arms and an open heart. Yes, because an unhealed Libra will return to that or something similar to that. Message from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is with you now. Oh, hallelujah. You're going to need him this week. Card number 3. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation, and I am here, and I am helping you. Okay, so I would pray to Archangel Michael this week. For some of you, this person or people have already contacted you. For others of you, it's happening this week. Someone is trying to rope you back into a cycle here. Your Moonology card here for the week. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Yeah, this is the belief of I don't need you. I don't need to return to that. Or I don't need to return to anything that is similar to that. Or I don't need to start anything. You have the opportunity here to have a whole new chapter in your life. I would lean on Archangel Michael this week. Guidance, support, prayers, comfort, healing. Be confident that you can make it through creating this new cycle for yourself without leaning on an old habit or old pattern or people from your past that you've moved on from. Tell me more about this. Okay, thank you. Face up, so we're going to take them. You have the Ten of Swords. Told you, done, over with. King of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Star, you have Justice, and you have the Devil. I'm telling you, something's trying to rope you back around. Justice is you, Libra. That's your major arcana card. So there you are, healing from a pattern, a trait, a toxic situation, environment, or connection. Something that was done and over with. Someone or something that betrayed you, or a pattern that you were exhibiting, you were participating in, that essentially you were betraying yourself by doing. So whether it's internal or external to you, you're now on the path to healing. And look who's coming out of the woodwork again. I'll just call it temptation. That's the truth. Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the energy of someone who chooses how they're going to invest their pentacle energy, their time, their love, their money, their creativity. Bottom of that, Queen of Cups, the Sun, and the Nine of Wands. Queen of Wands. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Queen of Wands is clarified by King of Cups, the World, and the Fool. I've never seen the World and the Fool card come out back to back. I'm telling you, you have someone swinging the block again. And we're still in Mercury retrograde. And then we have post-shadow that takes us almost until the first week of April, by the time we're fully out of post-shadow. Post-shadow is like 10 to 12 days after the retrograde ends. So I would be very mindful of this. I see you moving on, again, either from something that was internal to you, and we'll just call it shadow side, okay, a trait, a pattern, or external to you, situation, environment, or connection. There's a little devil here trying to tempt you to come back. Use the substance again, engage with this person or these people again, revisit this failed connection. I say failed because I have the Ten of Swords there. So there is someone here who's trying to get you to do this again with them. Or like I said, it's coming from inside the house. There's someone here who's trying to get you to open up your heart or reinvest in something again. Something you walked away from in that Eight of Cups, Ten of Swords, the World card. Tell me more about this energy. We'll call it temptation. Tell me more about the temptation. That is card number 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Major Arcana card is the Lovers. I mean, for some of you, this could be an ex or a soon-to-be ex. Tell me more about that devil. One more shuffle. Thank you. And I only say that because I have 2 queens on the table. Temptation is being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Swords. It is an immature energy. So if this is something within you, we'll just call it, I don't know. And I never want to make people feel like I'm judging them. Let's say this is a shadow aspect of yourself, and at some point in time, you indulged in, I don't know, over shopping, overspending. Okay, I don't want to get into drugs and porn and all of that. People think that I'm judging them, and I'm not. I'm a sinner like the rest of you, okay? So there's no profit here, I assure you. Anyway, so let's say it's overspending. In the past, you overspent. You had some kind of wounds within you. You didn't fully heal it. And so you would overspend, go into credit card debt because it was a way for you to mask that wound. You finally acknowledge that shadow aspect within yourself. You've been on this path of healing. Bravo to you. Healing that wound because you're like, if I can heal the wounds, then I'm not going to engage in overspending to drown out the wounds, right? To Band-Aid over the wounds. And now all of a sudden you're not fully healed, and that's okay. None of us ever truly are. Healing isn't linear. It happens at the same time as life keeps moving forward. So you're not 100% healed, and suddenly there's a temptation, something you see on TV, some advertisement on your Facebook feed, and you're like, oh man, I really want that. It's a little devil within you. It's going to feel really good if you spend money buying that. Your logical mind is like, I don't know. We don't really have the money for that. We put on the credit card. We're going back into debt. But the little devil within you is like, but it'll feel really good. It'll feel really good to buy that $1,000 or whatever freaking item. So there's something like that here at play. So like I was saying, it could be internal to you, something tempting you, or external to you. For a lot of you, I think it's external. Someone wanting to rope you back into a connection that's been dead, done, over with for quite some time. whether you've already left them or you're in the process of leaving them. So this temptation is calling upon you to play the role of the hermit and to really go within, to not automatically say yes. Don't impulsively buy, don't impulsively consume, and don't impulsively say yes to this person. Pause before Knight of Wands, moving forward with the purchase, the consumption, or the reconnection. And you're going to have to be confident to do this, because you're either standing up to yourself or you're standing up to this person. Okay, so confidence is your key to success here. Don't be wishy-washy Libra. Listen, I love you, Libra. I'm your cousin sign of Gemini. But out of the 3 air signs, you get taken advantage of the most. And that's because your lower vibrational aspect is being a people pleaser. You want everyone to get along. You don't like everyone fighting. You're peace, love, and harmony. Aquarius is like mother F in the world. They can emotionally detach. And Gemini, we are like cockroaches when it comes to thinking. We're scattered. We're all over the place. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you here. And you are peace, love, and harmony. And sometimes if you're operating from a lower vibration, which happens to all of us, people will take advantage of that. So I just think here, there's a pause here. Confidence is going to be your key. I can't say yes. I can't say no. I'm not going to buy. I'm not going to overconsume, overindulge. Anything else? And I would pray. In that moment, I would pray to Archangel Michael. I need help not responding to that text. I need, strength here to not respond to the email. I need courage to not buy that item that I damn well know I can't afford. Because if you give in to that temptation, man, does it leave you stuck. 4 of Pentacles. It affects your financial growth or your emotional growth or whatever progress you've been making here in your healing. Anything else Libra needs to know about this? One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Death card. You have the 7 of Swords. And you have the 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Here's your new beginning. I think most of you have been on the path of this for a while. Temptation is going to come back around again. You could do 1 or 2 things. You can engage or you can move on. I think if this were my reading, I would move on from it. Otherwise, I think you're going to be trapped. The 8 of Swords for me is the lower octave of the devil. So I think you get trapped again in this cycle. You get re-addicted, or you get re-addicted to shopping or gambling or drinking, or you end up in that toxic relationship or friendship again. So you can do 1 or 2 things. You can rebirth this, and devil to the 7 of Swords is going to be highly toxic for you. Okay, you don't have to be a genius tarot reader to figure out that combination, or you could put an end to it once and for all and just say, no, I'm not going back, or I'm not indulging. I'm moving towards a new way of existence. Because 7 of Pentacles, you've been working on your healing for a while now. So I wouldn't allow this to tempt you back, okay? But I'm just saying, if you haven't had this temptation surface, it very well could be coming in the week ahead. So just be mindful of that. That is what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon babies. I've been talking this whole time. It's over an hour, so I just need a sip of my coffee. I'm so sorry. Some people hate when the tarot readers take a sip. I'm like, it's an hour of nonstop talking. Okay. All right, moon babies. Thank you for that. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Your angel number 1. You are a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. This week, my darlings, my moon babies, we are innovative. Message from the universe. It's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. You know what stuck out to me there? They are waiting for you. They. Okay, message from your spirit guides. Jump in. You're being asked to take a chance and give whatever you are questioning a try. The stars will never all align in just the right way. Sometimes you have to take that leap anyway. This is that time. And message from Archangel Michael. Don't give up on love. Card number 9. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. This could be in connection with your current partnership, a friend, a family member, a lover. It could be someone from your past, or just don't give up on love when it comes to a relationship with yourself, or maybe even meeting someone new. And your Moonology card here for the week, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Jump in. Be innovative. Be creative. It's never too late to take action. It's never too late to not give up on love. Okay? Tell me more about this here for the Scorpio Collective. Beautiful day here in New Jersey. I hope it's nice wherever you are. I'm doing this reading on Saturday, the 14th. Tell me more about this here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. For the week of March 15th, 2026, what do they need to know? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Page of Cups. You have the Two of Swords, and you have Temperance. At the bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and two cards came out here. Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, so I'm going to take them. Bottom of the deck is you, Queen of Cups, whether you are masculine or feminine. Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups? Tell me more about the Page of Cups here for the Scorpio collective. I'll be honest with you, I don't see any action cards here. For me, kings take action. Queens exist in the present. We haven't seen any queens or kings on the table except for that Queen of Cups there at the bottom of the deck. So tell me about the Page of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Page of Cups is clarified by Justice, the Ace of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Tell me about this Two of Swords. Tell me about the Two of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Swords is clarified by Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords, and Temperance. Why is Temperance here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance is clarified by the World card, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. You are resisting a new beginning here. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. Why? Why? So I can read this two different ways. In regards to career and finance, there's some new creative, innovative idea that you have. Maybe a skill you want to learn, or a business you want to launch, or something new you want to learn or do or create here. You feel like it's the right thing to do. You're motivated by it. It kind of sets your soul on fire. Working on it, or the idea of working on it, seems to spark interest in you. However, when it comes to actually taking the action to move forward, to invest, and for some of you, this could be like learning some new technology, because we have the King and Queen of Swords there. But it's like you're not doing it. So if we're looking in terms of a hobby, or a skill, or a new craft, or picking up a musical instrument or something like that, if it has anything to do with that, that you would like doing it. Maybe you've dabbled in it already. There's some interest there, but you're not fully moving forward. You're stopping yourself, particularly if this comes down to like learning something new, like AI or some new program or something like that. If this is work related, the idea of you working on something, maybe launching your own business, changing up the current structure of a current business, applying for a new job, the idea of doing it, the idea of engaging in it is exciting for you, but you stop yourself from applying for that job, or changing the model of your current business, or I don't know why you're stopping yourself. If we're looking at love related, there's a conversation that you want to have with someone, King to the Queen of Swords, but the King is looking in one direction, the Queen has their back to it. So you're not picking up the phone call. You're not sending the text message. You're not asking the person out on a date. You're not telling your current person how you feel or what you want. You're not reconnecting with the past person, even though the idea of you doing any of those things actually, ignites a fire or a passion within you. So you have Temperance, you have the World card, you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Seven of Wands. I kind of feel like if you don't take action, if you don't have the conversation, if you don't learn the new skill, if you don't change your business model, nothing changes. Nothing changes if you don't actually take the action to change it. Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. If you sit there and do nothing, you don't learn the new skill, you're not going to learn the new skill. You don't apply for a new job, you're not going to get the new job. You don't have the conversation with your person, the conversation isn't going to happen. You don't reconnect with the past person, that reconnection is never going to happen. If you want to sit idly by and do nothing, then I feel like nothing happens. Anything else? So if you want this person, you want this I was going to say confirmation, but I wanted to say conversation. So if you're looking for confirmation, I don't know, maybe you're looking for assurance from someone, you're going to have to open up the conversation. You're going to have to be bold and brave enough to talk about this, with this person. So yeah, whether this is something you want to do, learn, create, engage in, re-engage in, if it's like a past person, if you don't do anything, nothing changes. So if you kind of sit on your hands with this, it's just consider it a plateau. If you're willing to take the risk, you want to take the action, you're going to jump in. It's like it's never too late to learn a new skill, launch my business, learn some new technology, talk to this person, tell them how I feel, ask them out on a date, re-engage with a past person. There are a myriad of different creative ways for you to achieve this goal that you want. But if you don't jump in and take action, I don't feel like anything happens. Tell me more about this taking action here for the Scorpio collective. We are about a week away now from Aries season. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. Taking action. Ace of Swords. Everything I said is the truth. Ace of Swords, Judgment, and the Seven of Cups. There's your myriad of different innovative ways that you can get something done. The Sun leads you to happiness. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. So whatever this is that you've been, like I said, wanting to do, create, learn, connect with, reconnect with, strengthen the connection with, if you don't actually have that conversation, if you don't actually take the initiative, if you don't make the judgment call, say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to find a creative way to have the conversation, ask the person out, learn whatever this is, then I feel like nothing happens. If you want to take the gamble, take the action, jump in and do this, I think you're going to be very surprised by what you receive in response. The Sun, the Nine of Wands, and the Page of Swords, and Nine of Cups is right there. So it will start with you. It's going to take you and that Page of Swords to learn it, do it, say it. But I think if you do, the outcome is not what you expect. I think it ends up being a lot better. So don't give up on this dream. But again, you can't just sit idly by and wait for it to come to you. If you take action, I think whatever it is here ends up turning out better than you could have even wished or hoped for. That is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week ahead. Get off your butt and do this so you will be happy and you'll get out of this place of like complacency or stagnancy or wondering what if. Don't die with the what if. Just do it and see what happens. Time for us to jump in. That is what I have for us for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Your angel number is 7. You possess a very refined mind and a deep urge to uncover life's mysteries. Your ability to acquire vast knowledge on both the informational and spiritual planes gives you a greater awareness than most people. This week, my darling, you are brilliant. When is Sagittarius not brilliant? Message from the universe. Sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that has been weighing you down for so long and reach for opportunities that are waiting for you. I promise you, you will not regret it. Message from your spirit guides. Bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. What are you holding on to? Or who are you holding on to? Message from Archangel Michael. Prioritize self-care. Card number 24. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. And your Moonology card here for the week. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Whoa. Libra does rule the house of relationships, partnerships, marriage. All right, tell me more about this here for the Sagittarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do we have for you? We have the 10 of Wands, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Death card, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the 4 of Swords. Whoa, I have a group of you. I don't know if this has ended or is about to end, but I have a group of you where you're just still. You are suffering in silence. I think to the world, you're putting on a different face, but I think internal to you, you're hurting about something or someone you wanted to work on or collaborate on. Just, you put a lot of effort. 10 of Wands. I mean, this is putting in the effort. This is wanting success. I just don't think it's panned out for you in that 5 of Pentacles energy. And I think you've been feeling 3 of Pentacles to the 4 of Swords. Like, I don't understand. I keep putting in the effort. I keep trying with this person, or I keep trying to find the job. I just feel you like, I keep trying. I keep trying. I'm doing everything I can, and I'm still left in the 5 of Pentacles. Let's get to that message first. Then I want to see what the new cycle here is for you. Clarify that 5 of Pentacles. I keep putting the work into something and it's not happening. Yeah, I noticed your cards just got stuck. You could feel stuck. Like, I don't know what else I have to do. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. They came out face up. It's a lot of cards. We're not going to take them, but let's look at them quickly. The Ace of Swords, the King of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the Star, and the 10 of Pentacles. I keep putting in the effort. You keep trying to work on something here. You see it as part of your wish fulfillment. If I attain this or acquire this, or I'm with this person, you know, you're looking at this like it would add to your 10 of Cups. It would make you emotionally content. I just don't think you're seeing the results that you want. Tell me about the 5 of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles is clarified by Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. There's confusion over this. 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You seem to be confused about this. You're taking the inspired action. For me, Queens exist in the present. because you're processing the past, and kings take action. So you're holding the sword of truth here and the King of Swords as well as the Knight of Swords. So you're like, I know what I want. I know the desired outcome. I see it clearly. Knight of Swords, I'm taking action towards it. Seven of Cups. Why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening? Something you're supposed to see here in the Hermit energy. You're supposed to take a closer look, not at what you can do differently. You're supposed to take a look at why isn't it happening. You're brilliant. You're going to be able to figure this out. I think you're holding on to something here that you need to let go of. It could be the way you're doing something. It could be a pattern. It could be a person. What is Sagittarius not seeing? Or what should they see? Clarify that, Hermit. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Fool. The Eight of Swords. And the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. I hate to say this to you, Sagittarius. This is a losing battle. This is a losing battle. And I feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again. This is like the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. If I just put more effort into the relationship, I see it clearly. This is my person. I'm not mocking you. I've been there. This is my person. I'm just going to put in more effort. I'm speaking like you. I understand relationships can't be 50-50 all the time. You know, there's going to be days where my person's at 20 and I have to be at 80 and vice versa. The problem is your person's always at 20 and you're always at 80. You're always putting in more. Even if this is a friendship or a connection with a family member, you are always putting in more. That's why you feel depleted. That's why you're in the Five of Pentacles. That's why you're scratching your head saying, I don't know why I keep putting more to make this connection work and it's not working. I don't think it's supposed to work. I think you're supposed to be brave and bold and move on from it and move in another direction. I think you're supposed to put an end to it and start working on something else. I think there is a new cycle that's beginning, but not here. I think you're supposed to move on to the new cycle. And let's say we're not looking at this in terms of through the lens of romance. Because again, Libra is the house of partnerships. It could be any partnership here in your life. So a friend, family member, a lover. This could even be work related. I keep applying. Let's say you work for a very large corporation and periodically they have positions available for other departments. And you're like, I don't get it. I keep applying for that job. Every time it opens up in that particular department, I keep applying for it and I never get it. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. You're not meant to be in that position. You can keep applying. You can spend all your time. You can spend the next 10 years applying for that position. You're not meant to be in that position. You're meant to be probably even at an entirely different company. Instead of applying for the position within that company, how about applying for that position or a similar position in another company? Because you have two messages here on the table. So I feel like you keep putting your all into this situation, environment, or connection. It's not yielding the result you want. It's not meant to yield the result you want. You're supposed to take that effort and invest it elsewhere, put it in something else. Then it will yield the result that you want. Yes, then it will. Three of Wands is astrologically the sun in Aries. It's like moving, changing direction. Tell me more about changing direction here for Sagittarius. I promise you, you will not regret it. Let go. Leave behind all that's been weighing you down. It's like you keep hitting your head against the wall. Reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. Here's a new opportunity, the Fool card. It is waiting for you. You will not regret it. Tell me about the new opportunity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The new opportunity. Strength, Two of Swords, and Justice. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. Well, wouldn't you know? New moon in Libra. So you having the strength of perseverance, Two of Swords, to decide, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to now apply at other companies. That is the ideal position that I want. But since I can't gain entry, I can't gain traction here at my job, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to just keep my position, but I'm going to look elsewhere. I want that position. I want to work in that department. Yeah, don't wait for your company to open up that spot or make it available to you. I would just look for that position in another company because then you have a new cycle here beginning. But you have to choose to do that. Same thing if this is a romantic partnership. You keep trying to make it work with this romantic partner. It's not going to work. But if you are brave enough, you're strong enough, and you decide, I'm going to pivot and I'm leaving this person behind. I'm going to focus on my healing and that Hermit card. Yeah, in time, you do have a new romantic cycle beginning. And I don't think you have to wait very long for that to come in. So the new is waiting for you. You can keep doing this, but I don't think it yields the result that you want. Why prioritize self-care? You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve. Tell me more about prioritize self-care here. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you have Queen of Swords. So again, queens exist in the present based upon what they've gone through in the past. I think this has been very heartbreaking for you. When I look at the Queen of Swords, think about the sword suit, everything that the Queen has endured. The Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the 8, 9, 10 of Swords. Some of the worst cards in the minor arcana portion of tarot is attributed to the sword suit. And here you are sitting here processing all of this. So I think banging your head against the wall with this person or this company is not working out for you. So with that, prioritize self-care because of everything you've gone through. Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. I think you need to start discovering some new ways that you can invest in yourself, that you can restore peace and harmony to yourself. Don't go into debt. Don't max out the credit card doing this. This could be walks in nature, watching a funny movie, doing something nice for yourself, even if it's just sightseeing. Again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Get in the car and drive to 40 minutes away. Just drive around, go for that drive. Go to a mall you've never been to. Again, you could just window shop. You don't have to spend money. Find the restaurant. Recently we were looking at a place to eat, and we always go to the same types of places. And I was like, let's do something different. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, let's like try Turkish food or something. Like we've never had that together. And he was like, really? You want to have like baba ganoush with me? He was like making fun of it in the car. And I'm like, yeah, I want to try something different. I want like cabbage rolls and maybe lamb. And I want to try something I've never tried before. And let's just do it together. So it doesn't have to be that. I'm not telling you to go out and eat Turkish food, but try something different. If there's I don't know, you've always wanted to try Indian cuisine, just pick up a little appetizer if you can afford it. Again, you don't have to have a whole 4-course meal there. Bring it home if you don't want to eat alone, if you're single. I would just look for ways to just inject a little bit of happiness, some prioritizing self-care, do things that make you happy. If you can't afford to spend a little money on yourself, but this could be like reading books, like I said, going out in nature, grounding yourself. I don't know. I just feel like have fun again. I don't feel like you're having fun again. And I think you need to prioritize self-care because whatever or whomever it is here, I get the feeling you've been hitting your head on the wall. You've been very wounded by this experience. So you have a new cycle here beginning, okay? But you need to do it differently. And even if you're a single Sagittarius, maybe you use only one type of dating app. You just keep meeting these same people. They're confused. They're emotionally unavailable. King of Swords, his Seven of Cups would be someone who's, hard to pin down. Again, emotionally unavailable. Look for different ways to connect with people. Are there community groups, different dating apps? You need to get out there into the 3D world. So you got lots of messages came through this week for you. Obviously, only take the ones that resonate. For some of you, you are continuing to engage with something or someone. You're putting in all your effort. It's not yielding the results. Source is saying, be brave, be bold, let them go. Let them go. You have a new soulmate that is waiting for you if that's a romantic partner. If it's a job, and again, you keep hitting your head against the wall, be brave, be bold, apply for another company. Look for the position you want elsewhere. Don't keep, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting this corporate entity to suddenly see your brilliance. No, you are brilliant. Another company will see that within you. So don't give up the search for a new job. And then for those of you where this is like romance related and you're single, I think there's different opportunities to connect with people that you might be missing. And so I would look at joining like community groups, volunteer groups, stuff like that. And please, whatever you do this week, please prioritize self-care. I don't know where you live in the world. It's a nice day here. So if it's nice where you are, maybe you want to go for a walk, go to the beach if you live near the beach. If not, just do something nice for yourself. Watch something funny, go sightseeing, drive around. You need to nurture yourself. You've been going through something here that has done a lot of damage to you. It's broken your soul in some way. And I think you need to rejuvenate that. There's a new cycle coming, but you need to be bold and brave and step towards it. Doing the same thing over and over again with this person, this place isn't going to yield the result that you want. So that is what I have for you, Sagittarius, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you good luck. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. Angel number 17. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious. You are capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. This week, my dear, you are independent. Message from the universe. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening. Saying no when you want to say no, instead of saying yes just to please others, is a real act of self-love. Someone's going to test your no this week. Compassion. You're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break. Instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend to yourself, be a loving comforter who always has your own back. Someone's going to try to cross a boundary with you. I keep getting that feeling. Trust your angels. Card number 36. This is your message from Archangel Michael. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. And your Moonology card here for the week, your dreams need a practical plan. Well, look at that. Trust that heaven has a plan. Your dreams also need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Okay, what is this all about here? I think you need a practical plan with some boundaries here. I also think you need to let go of expectations that this person or people will respect your boundaries. I think someone's about to try crossing it. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. You're going to have to love yourself enough to say, nope. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Six of Swords. And you have the Magician. Bottom of the deck, you have Justice. You have the Knight of Swords. And you have the Two of Swords. That leaves the Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. All right, clarify that Knight of Cups. Tell me about that Knight of Cups. You have a message coming in. Some type of communication, offer, opportunity. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Knight of Cups is clarified by Temperance, the Star, and the Five of Swords. Yeah, someone's not going to like it when you say, I can't do that right now. Six of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Six of Swords is clarified by Ten of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Empress. Oh, they're not going to like it. The Magician. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Magician is clarified by the Emperor, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Seven of Cups, but they're going to learn. So, my love, you have someone coming towards you. I feel like this person is asking you to do something for them or with them. I don't have any indication here, and I'll try to get you a couple more cards. I don't think that this is someone who's looking to get one over on you or betray you. I know I have the Five of Swords here, but I feel like this is their anger when you say, no, I can't do it right now. So what do I mean by this? Let's say I'm speaking to a Capricorn. You have a friend, and they want to go out to lunch with you on Monday, but you're not available on Monday. You have other things going on. Maybe you're working on your dreams, or you're cleaning your house, or you're organizing your pantry. I don't know. Maybe you just want to sleep in on Monday. You can't go to lunch with them on Monday. And you say to them, because you're a healed Capricorn now, okay? You have compassion for yourself. You love yourself enough now to put yourself first, okay? And you're more independent-minded than you've ever been before. And because you're coming from a healed place, you say, no, I'm sorry, I'm not available Monday, but I could do lunch with you maybe on Wednesday or Thursday. And they get pissed off. Oh, so you never want to have lunch with me again? Look, you're not responsible for this person's reaction or their failure to regulate their own emotions. I feel like there's a little bit of a snarky comment made from this person when you're just like, nope, and you're walking away. I don't think you're saying, no, F you, I'd never want to have lunch with you ever again, drop dead. That's not the feeling that I get here. You just seem to be, again, because you're coming from a healed place, I'm not available on that day. I can't do that right now. It could be one of your kids. Maybe they're asking you for money and you don't have it. Now, maybe you could take a cash advance off your credit card at 33% interest and give them the money, but because you're coming from a healed place, you don't just say yes to say yes. And you say, no, I'm sorry, I don't have that money. I don't get paid for another 2 weeks. I can give you part of the money in 2 weeks, but I can't go into debt giving you the money now. And they huff and puff, well, you don't really love me. You are not responsible for this person regulating their emotions. So I just see something like that playing out this week. Someone's going to ask you to do something or engage with them in something or borrow something from you, and you just can't do it in that moment. Six of Swords. We have the Ten of Wands and we have the Four of Cups. I feel like this is you. I think you are watching this person like, seriously, they're pouting. They're making this more difficult, Ten of Wands, than it needs to be. You're not saying no, never, get out of my face. It's just like, I can't do it now, or I don't have the money right now. It's because you're healed. You're putting yourself first. In that respect, I think you're going to get a little blowback from this person. We have the Magician, you have the Emperor, you have the Hermit, and you have the Four of Swords. I think there's a little surprise here in this person's energy that you're behaving this way, or you're putting your foot down, or you're standing your ground. Again, I think you're doing it from a compassionate place. I don't think you're being rude or anything, but I would give this person a little time to process your no, or your I can't do it right now, because I have a feeling this is a wound here within this person. And maybe this person has helped you heal this communication wound or the people-pleasing wound that you've had in the past, but you're also helping this person to heal a wound as well. I don't think you saw that. So you're healing a wound. This person is helping you heal a wound this week. And this is a communication wound on your part. Your inability to say, no, I can't do it right now. What is this person's wound? Because their reaction to you is going to get them to sit back and reflect. Why did I just do that? Why did I just respond that way? One more shuffle. Thank you. What is this person's wound? King of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. I want what I want right now. It's like, you know, I want an Oompa Loompa, Daddy, and I want an Oompa Loompa right now. I think what this person is going to realize is that their reaction to your no, or I can't do it right now, or, oh, you want to borrow that money? We need to create a practical plan. Like, I'm not going to just give you money. We're going to have to create some type of payment plan here. There might be something you never said to your grown kids before. You know, maybe you've always been the bank account, and this time you're like, no, you want to borrow $1,000? Okay, we're going to create a plan where you pay me back over the course of the next, I don't know, 3 months or 6 months, something like that. But their childish reaction, that Knight of Cups to the Five of Swords, is like pouty energy. Them behaving that way is going to make them look at themselves like, wow, I really demand a lot of Capricorn. I revert back to an immature way of responding because they want what they want. And when they don't get it, they're like a 4-year-old in the middle of Walmart throwing a temper tantrum, right? Five of Cups to the Five of Pentacles. Like, if that doesn't scream, I want a Oompa Loompa now, Daddy, I don't know what does. But your no and their reaction, they're going to sit back and reflect and go, oh, wow, that was a really immature way. So Hermit to the Four of Cups, you're sending this person by doing this into a little dark night of a soul here that they were not expecting. This emperor is not really an emperor because there's this, I got to have it my way, or I got to have it now. And you're about to show them it's not how the world works. Tell me about justice, the Knight of Swords. And this is what you don't see by you communicating this truth. I can't do it now, or we need a practical plan. Knight of Swords, by you communicating it, what you don't see is not you only passing the test, so to speak, of the communication wound. You don't see on how that you're going to help this person heal a wound within them. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Yep. Page of Wands, the Death card, and the Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. You're going to, you're basically helping this person discover, I don't want to say a dark side of themselves, but an unhealthy or immature pattern within themselves where they get all that pouty and they want things their way. This person is going to learn how to respect your boundaries in the future as a result of you doing this. This is transforming this person. I just don't think you're seeing it now, but now that you've seen the reading, now you know. Anything else Capricorn needs to know about this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. This is all happening divine timing. Stay strong here, Five of Wands, because Seven of Swords. Remember, they're going to give you that pushback. Don't automatically default. You know, your spouse wants to do something and you know that it's not in the budget. Say, no, it's not in the budget. We're not spending money on that. We can't afford that car. We're just not doing that right now. I'm sorry. We can save money. We could create a practical plan. We could buy that car in the future. We can go on vacation in the future, but we're not going into debt right now. Let them be pouty. Don't cave. Your children or grandchildren are asking something of you this week. Stand strong. We need a practical plan. Grandma and grandpa don't have that right now, you know, or I can't do that. I can't bring you to the doctor's office on this day, but if you make your appointment for this day, then I can take you. Let them pout. They're supposed to pout. It's going to send them down a rabbit hole of looking within. And that is growth for you and growth for this person this week. So yeah, if you have this, I don't want to call it altercation, but it could be. It could become an altercation. Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's some pouty behavior on their part. Let them pout. They're supposed to. Once they go into reflection mode, they're going to realize an aspect of themselves that they've never seen before. And it's going to send them down a road of healing. So bravo to you. Look at you. You went from being the student here to being the teacher. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages for the week of, I was almost going to say November. What the hell? For the week of March 15th, 2026. Angel number for the week is 2. 2 talks about decisions as well as partnerships. You have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allows you to see all sides of any situation, and it advises others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. This week, my darling, you are diplomatic. Message from the universe. When you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts or worries or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong. You deserve inner peace. Let it go. Holding on to something that you did or said. Message from your spirit guides. Fresh start. You're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Why are you're holding on to something? Remorse, regret, situation, environment, or connection. It no longer serves you. I think this came up in your reading. Message from Archangel Michael. All is in perfect timing. Card number 1 always reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles, which would be a new beginning, a new opportunity. Because in the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, in the Ace of Pentacles, if you look at that card in the back where there's an archway. So this is it. It's time to take action now, and I will be here to help you every step of the way. Fresh start, new beginning. Got to let go of something or someone, though, first. Your Moonology card here. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Ever hear that saying, once in a blue moon? Once in a blue moon, you're being given an opportunity. Something is happening. I almost feel a little tower energy here. Tell me more about this here. For the Aquarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Even look at the Fresh Start card. There's like 2 hands like this, and it looks like a weed, but there's something growing. You have the opportunity here to grow something new, start something new, plant a new seed. Tell me more about this here. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the 2 of Wands. You have the 4 of Pentacles. And you have the Hanged Man. At the bottom of the deck, you have Queen of Wands. You have the Hierophant. And you have the 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands. Why is the 2 of Wands here? This is your decision point. Remember, I was talking about the 2s. Tell me about the 2 of Wands here. And in the 2 of Wands card, the individuals holding the Ace of Wands are contemplating leaving something or someone behind. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Chariot. You have Temperance. And you have the 5 of Wands. You're internally conflicted about the fresh start. Queen of Pentacles is clarifying the 4 of Pentacles. You're staying in something because it's a comfort zone. Whether it's financial, emotional, or it's just the way you've always been, like a pattern within yourself. One more shuffle. Thank you. 4 of Pentacles, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the Sun. Boy, are you betraying yourself on this one. So I have a group of you where you are playing it safe, out of a comfort zone, whether that's financial or otherwise. But man, are you sabotaging your ability to have this fresh start? And I think you need to see that from another perspective. There's a part of you that wants to move forward in a new direction. You want to do something different. You're feeling the call from within. You have Archangel Michael here guiding you in a new direction. You're internally conflicted. Why are you conflicted? It requires you to leave a comfort zone, the job, the position, the community, the relationship. You're sabotaging your ability to start over, to have a new beginning. Hangman. Hangman energy often talks about seeing something from a different perspective. But when we see something from a different perspective, then it enables us to understand what we may have to sacrifice or let go of. Tell me about the Hanged Man energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. It's weird how your cards just shuffled. 6 of Swords, Empress, and the Devil. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. You have something or someone offering you a new start, and you have something or someone trying to lure you to stay where you're at. But there are strings attached to the comfort zone, and you're not seeing that. There are strings attached to this. Ace of Cups, Page of Swords, and the 10 of Wands. What are the strings? You have the opportunity to birth a new chapter, start a new chapter, create something new, move forward in your life. What are the strings? Tell me more about the strings. One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. 2 cards came out. 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Page of Swords, Guilt. I think you're holding on to guilt. I think you're holding on to guilt, that if you move on from this person, you feel guilty. That's the feeling that I get here. So if this is not relationship related, which I think for some of you it is, but if it's not relationship related, let's say it's work related. Let's say you work at a small cafe and it's owned by an elderly couple and business has gone down. They're not making the revenue they need. There's no upkeep. They're elderly. And so the place isn't as open as it used to be. It's not as dynamic when you walk into it. The business is clearly drowning. You're not making any money as a result. You went from working 5 days to working 2 days a week. So the hourly rate has been drastically reduced, and the tips aren't coming in because enough people aren't trickling into the place, even on the 2 days a week it's open. But you feel bad telling Mr. and Mrs. Jones that it's time to close up the cafe, or it's time to sell it, or it's time to pass it on to the next of kin, or they need to acquire some new technology. You feel bad telling this person this isn't working. The way you're running the cafe isn't working. I think you have some loyalty here, but your loyalty, your empathy, your compassion for them, and your guilt and remorse to say, I need to quit this place and find another job. I'm so sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, but working here 2 days a week may work for you because you're retired, but it doesn't work for me. But that's what's holding you here. There's either remorse or there's guilt in that 5 of Cups, or there's this feeling of remorse and regret that you're going to go out on your own and find another job. And you're going to leave Mr. and Mrs. Jones to run the cafe twice a week by themselves, or you have remorse or regret for leaving this person. But yeah, there's something here that's keeping you in place. Remorse, regret, guilt. Tell me more about this. I just saw the Fool card. There's your new beginning. I feel like there's remorse, regret, guilt, or shame, maybe even obligation that is keeping you here. And it is a comfort zone to you. You like knowing you can go to the cafe every Monday and Tuesday, but the rest of the week, it's not producing the money you want. You're sabotaging yourself from finding a job that actually would bring in the abundance that you're desiring. If this is a partnership, you're staying in this partnership out of loyalty or financial obligation, or it's a comfort zone, but it's not the thriving, happy, passionate relationship that you want. Your partner is not the Queen or King of Wands. Let's be honest. If it was, we wouldn't be having this reading. This connection isn't giving you the long-term, sustainable, passionate, loyal type of connection that you want. I feel like this is what you want. So whether it's career, finance, love, and romance, this is what you're looking for. That's not where you're currently at. You're currently just in a comfort zone. Anything else Aquarius needs to know about the fresh start? Perfect timing. I feel a tower coming. One more shuffle. Thank you. Anything else you need to know about this? 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Why did I say 5 of Cups? 5 of Cups is here. 4 of Cups, King of Cups, and the Emperor. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Swords. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You can continue to stay in the comfort zone, and it will continue to be the 4 of Cups. It's not the job you want. It's not the relationship you want. It's not the community you want. And then you can sit, hope, wish, dream of what life would be like if you were not in this situation, environment, or connection. Or you could take action. You could actually step into the role of the Emperor of your life and take action and free yourself from whatever this is. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and a Wheel of Fortune. This is perfect timing. You may not want to hear it, but this is a week that if you wanted to have the conversation with Mr. and Mrs. Jones, that working 2 days a week here is just no longer cutting it for you. This is the week to have that conversation. You want to leave this romantic partner? This is the week to have the conversation. You want to look for another job? This is a week to start doing that. Strength, Knight of Swords, and the Moon. This is the week. Whatever it is here you've been suppressing that you're not happy with and you want to move on and you want to move forward. This is the week to have 15 seconds of insane courage to just say it. That is what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, maybe just found them to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And I want to tell you, you can be diplomatic. You don't have to tell Mr. and Mrs. Jones that they ran the cafe into the ground because they weren't open 5 days a week or something like that. You can be diplomatic in saying it, but I think it's time for you to move towards something new and better. Believe in the possible. It is out there waiting for you, but it will require you to take a bold step this week and have an uncomfortable conversation. That is what I have for you. Now, if you like that video and you want to click like, share, comment, subscribe, I would appreciate it. Until I read for you again, Aquarius, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Let's take a look now at your angel messages and your mini tarot reading for the week of March 15th, 2026. If you are celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Oh, look at this. 00 is your angel number. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that is happening around you. Trust your intuition and follow your guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. This week, my darling, you need to be observant. Message from the universe. In relationships, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Every time you forgive someone who's not being consistent with you, you are giving them permission to hurt you again. You deserve better. Message from your spirit guides. Miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you every single day. Be on the lookout for them. Message from Archangel Michael. Your vibration is rising. Card number 43. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. And your Moonology card here for the week. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Okay. Tell me more about this here for the Piscean Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Keep your vibration high this week. Something you want is coming in, but you're going to have to detach. Aquarius is about emotionally detaching. You're going to have to emotionally detach. What is this all about here for the Piscean Collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Judgment. 2 cards came out. Hermit and the Fool. There's your new beginning. Here's your miracle. Bottom of the deck, Hangman. Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Again, new beginning, miracle. This is what you've wanted. Judgment. What is the judgment call here that Pisces is being asked to make this week? You need to go towards this. I mean, you don't need to do anything. You have the divine gift of free will, but wouldn't that be nice? Judgment. Tell me about the Judgment card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Judgment. Ace of Cups. You have 2 of the 4 aces now on the table. 8 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands, bottom of the deck, the Empress. I don't know what this is. A romantic interest, a new job opportunity. You're supposed to make the judgment call to move towards this. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone deter you. This new beginning, this new job, new living situation, new relationship. Tell me about the Hermit. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. And the Strength card, bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. This won't be easy. Okay? And I'm not going to be the reader here that lies to you and says leaving the job that you've been at for 10 years is going to be easy. Disengaging from the community group that you've been volunteering with for 3 years is going to be easy. Telling this friend or family member that you don't want to engage with them anymore is going to be easy. Filing for a divorce or telling your person that you want to break up with them, it's not going to be easy. But the truth is, if you went within, you know that this is the right thing to do. In relationships, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. This situation, environment, or connection is not consistent. You have a new beginning here waiting for you. New job, new group, new soulmates. But it will require you to have strength, courage, and perseverance to walk away from the existing. It's a judgment call here that you need to make. I'm going to move towards the new. Show the world the real you and do it, right? Detach, emotionally detach. The Fool, tell me about the new beginning. And I wouldn't look at this as a loss, right? In that sometimes the Hangman card talks about looking at something from a different perspective, understanding why we had to sacrifice something or let something go. It's so something or someone better can come in. So again, this could be in relation to work or a community group, friend, family member, could be a love partner. Tell me about the Fool there. Tell me about the new beginning. One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the Star card, bottom of the deck, the Magician. Wow, you're a manifestation. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of this. The love partner you want, the relationship you want, the friend or friend group you want. It will require you to get a little bit out of your comfort zone, Pisces. I think you're, I just did that Aquarius reading, and they're stuck in something that's a bit of a comfort zone. This might be uncomfortable for you to move towards this wish fulfillment, but I don't think it'll blindly come to you. I think you need to move towards it. You need to apply for that job. You need to acquire the data. You need to open up that business. You need to acquire the skills you need to maybe revamp your current business model. You need to be bold and brave and ask this person out for a divorce. Ask this person out. You need to be bold and brave and ask this person out. You need to be bold and brave and maybe detach from someone. So in the future, you have someone new here that you'll be able to ask out or create a new foundation with. What you want is on the other side of this closing out. And yeah, it's a miracle because it's your wish fulfillment. Anything else Pisces needs to know about this? Tell me more about. I think you need to be observant with this in that Hermit energy so you can make the judgment call. I think you really need to look at the situation, environment, or connection so you can disengage from it. Tell me more about that. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Magician. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. Yeah, there's definitely something here about you observing. The Page of Wands is a card of discovery. And there's something here about what does your ideal relationship look like? Your ideal work environment, your ideal friends or friend group, that manifestation that you have. When you think of blank, what does it look like? How does it interact with you? How does it make you feel? And then be honest with yourself. Is this current situation, environment, or connection meeting that or exceeding it? Because I think it's falling really short of it. I think it leaves you feeling isolated, out in the cold, neglected, emotionally depleted, has taken from you financially. And if this is something or someone you've already walked away from, I would stop looking back with rose-colored glasses and being, feeling limerence over it or remembering the relationship better than what it was. It was not better. It left you feeling isolated. This person was cold towards you. They were unaffectionate. It was a job that didn't pay you adequately. It was the friend that left you, in your own emotions to deal with your pain. They weren't there for you. So for those of you where this is a situation, environment, or connection you've already disengaged from, your message here, stop looking back. Detach, okay? Stop looking back with rose-colored glasses and remembering it as being something that it wasn't. For those of you who are currently in it, I think you need to take off the rose-colored glasses. There's a need here for you to see this for exactly what it is. I think you need to observe and be honest. If you had to manifest the ideal blank, does this situation, environment, or connection measure up to it? And I think if you're being honest with yourself and the Queen of Swords, you're going to say, no, it's not. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Let's see if we can get you any other advice here. Any other advice here for Pisces this week? I feel like this week all you have to do is observe. That will give you the answer you need. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Queen of Cups, you have the Ace of Swords, and you have the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I would just observe. This is you, whether you're masculine or feminine. I would just hang back this week. And I would be honest with yourself. Whomever, whatever it is you walked away from the past, they don't measure up to what you truly want for yourself. So I would stop focusing on them or thinking about them or staying energetically hooked to them, because by doing that, you're preventing something new from coming in. And for others of you, you currently are dealing with the situation, environment, or connection. There's a need for you to just hang back and be very observant about what it is that you are enduring with the situation, environment, or connection. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's consistent. And I think if you're honest with yourself, you know that it's time to depart from it. That is what I have for you for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Your Nine of Cups is waiting for you. Please click like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And until I read for you again, Pisces, happy birthday once again. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.